right?
I don't know what that word means.
Well,
Well, yeah. I'm gonna say I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I'm just saying I'm operating under what the Constitution Supreme Court ruling is talking about.
Buckle up, folks. This one's a wild ride. We're diving into a fiery courtroom exchange where Judge Perkins goes head-to-head with a sovereign citizen who insists he doesn't need a driver's license to operate a vehicle. Spoiler alert, the judge isn't having it. He calls the guy out for completely misunderstanding basic legal principles and even offers him legal counsel, which, of course, the sovereign citizen proudly refuses. Is this guy genuinely confused or just playing a part? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy this kind of courtroom drama, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Let's get into it.
Well, Your Honor, when the officer pulled me over and he said that, I didn't say those words. I just told him I'm operating under the Constitution, and that's all else I said to him. And he just basically lied, said I was disgruntled, asked for backup and all that. And the video would show I wasn't even whatever, I can't think of the word he said, but he was saying I need backup, I have a irate or whatever word he said, and that was not even true.
it's just what you're saying is just not the state of the law. I don't know any other way to say it.
We just going to continue with the case, and whatever comes about. If the paperwork I given wasn't irrelevant, that's it then. So what is the next step?
So either the next step is take a plea, which I'm sure you don't want to do, but I'll give you the offer, or take it to trial, and those are the next steps.
Well, I guess we're going to have to go to trial.
I'm gonna set it for a jury trial too, so you can bring this in front of a jury of your peers and see, what they say. And I guess you don't want a lawyer, right?
The other cases that I had got dismissed for the same situation. So
say what?
The other cases I had for this was dismissed, and you told me to give you one name of one person, and I could have said it then and there. It was myself. I had court cases for the same thing, and it was dismissed on whatever circumstances happened. It was dismissed.
This guy really thinks he can wave away all the charges like it's just another Tuesday. Like, seriously, if you're going to represent yourself in court, the least you could do is skim a legal blog or, I don't know, Google how the law actually works. What blows my mind is how easy it would have been to just pay the ticket, get a license, and move on with life. Instead, he's out here stacking fines and getting absolutely torched by Judge Perkins, on the record. So what's the deal? Do you think he's actually that clueless, or is he just trying to play the system and stall? Let me know in the comments, and let's jump back into this courtroom chaos.
And what do you mean by that?
For the same driver.
Let's do this. Let's call it and put it all on the record. I have my court reporter back. Let's call it and put it on the record, all right? So, Mr. Lynch, let me ask you this, and this is just to understand, try to really get a grasp of your position. I understand you're why don't you, if you're not a sovereign citizen, usually sovereign citizens tell me, I don't want a lawyer. If you're not claiming the sovereign citizenship, why don't you get a lawyer to help you out with this?
I can't never find no attorney. The last attorney I got, they was telling me you should have just took a deal, you should have paid the ticket, and you really can't find nobody who's going to take your case. So basically, I'm in limbo, and basically all I have to say, not guilty with impunity.
Not guilty with impunity? Yeah, this guy's definitely on another level. Must be smoking something. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if no lawyer wants to touch his case because it's such a headache. Seriously, just pay the ticket and move on already. The dude's probably pushing 30 or 40 and still hasn't learned that playing games in court never ends well. Time to grow up, man. And did you catch that? Someone else on the Zoom call legit started laughing, and I couldn't hold it in either. This whole thing's turned into a total clown show, and the best part? Everyone's in on the joke, except him. Judge Perkins is as close to snapping, and somehow this guy just gets more ridiculous by the second. What do you think of this circus? Let's jump back into it.
Let's say this. I guess if you're not willing to,
so I'm not a national, so I can't say that. All I'm saying, I'm just a citizen, and all I'm going to say, not guilty with impunity.
Well, how are you immune to this? Because I mean, let's just do this. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me how you're going to proceed with your case. You're fully in the right to proceed however you want to proceed. I'm going to just give you a jury trial, and you'll have to present what you need to present in front of a jury. Will you allow me to assign a lawyer to you just for the purposes of, helping you out with the courtroom procedure and stuff?
You can do that.
I don't find anything that he's filed that has any merit. So that's why I'm giving you a jury trial, because if you bring the same stuff in a trial, if it's the same as what you're giving me and the stuff that you're professing, based on what I see, you're gonna lose.
So
by me.
If the judge is saying the information is not valid and the people don't know nothing, so why won't I put my hands in the hands of the people?
Is this guy seriously playing dumb? Or is there something deeper going on here? Because honestly, what asterisk is asterisk happening? Judge Perkins is offering him a jury trial for a very clear reason. Without it, this guy would get crushed immediately. And spoiler alert, Judge Perkins actually knows the law inside and out. Meanwhile, this guy's arguing based on nothing but gut feelings and zero evidence. Watching this feels like someone trying to argue asterisk with gravity asterisk. Awkward, pointless, and destined to fail. What do you think? Is he just clueless or fully committed to the act? Drop your thoughts, and let's jump back in.
Because first of all, what I'm telling you is I'm trying to give you a fighting chance with these arguments that you're making. What I'm telling you is you're not going to have a fighting chance with me. You're going to lose unless you come with something substantially different than what you have. At least with the people, you said it yourself. They don't know the law, or they might not even know the law. So you may be able to get them to side with you just because they love Mr. Lynch and they want I don't know. But other than that,
no jury. I really don't know people jury. I'm not even gonna do that. So if I found guilty, so I'm gonna have to sue every person that was a juror.
I don't know what you're gonna have to do. I don't know, Mr. Lynch. You're the one that's making these arguments up, and you're the one that has researched and done what you've done. You provided that stuff to me, so you're expected to know the law. You're expected to know the law. So whether you can sue jurors and whether you can sue whoever, that's going to be on you to know, and then or if you don't know, that's going to be on you to find out.
Okay, so I have to get back with the law department about the videos and the dash cam of the police officers.
That I can Mr. Bowman, can you put your appearance on the record, please? Now, Mr. Lynch, now I can potentially help you if the stuff exists. Mr. Lynch is asking for body cam and whatever discovery that body cam, audio, video, whatever discovery that the people have in relates to his matters.
Your Honor, I understand that, and discovery would be provided if he files a valid request pursuant to the court rule for discovery.
So you saying I
you're-
haven't done that previously? I don't send it to the
Hold on, she's not out, hold on.
Hold on, Mr.
So-
Lynch. Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, the court rule just says upon request. He's made his request today. I don't think that there's anything in the court rule that requires anything other than him making a request. Mr. Lynch has made his request for discovery, and I believe it's supposed to be provided to him.
Court rule provides for a written request, and that has not happened.
All right, let's discovery, rule 6 point. We're gonna know this discovery rule, and you got it.
Forward and backwards.
Yeah, you need to get this book. You need to get this book, Mr. Lynch.
This defendant seriously needs a law book, though honestly, he probably wouldn't read it unless it had cartoons and pop-ups. It's wild how some people walk into court completely clueless about the law and still think they can just wing it. No evidence, no solid arguments, not a shred of common sense. This guy had none of it. I'm going to wrap it up here since the rest of the hearing is just lawyers talking and Judge Perkins setting a jury trial date. What do you think? Does this guy actually have a shot in front of a jury, or is he just digging himself a bigger hole? Also, let me know if you want me to cover the jury trial when it drops or if this was enough courtroom chaos for one day. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out with me. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Really appreciate all the support. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.